So that wouldn't be an argument against the claim that Marx would make, right? That what
but who cares about who cares about that? I'm talking about, I'm a baker. I don't give a shit about Marx.
So it's simply a question of whether that, if that theory is correct, if it's empirically confirmed, right, then we have reason to take seriously what the theory predicts.
Okay. But I mean, you still haven't. Because you keep on saying that the price point of something is not its value, and I'm saying that they're essentially synonymous. How much I value something.
Well, when you say that they're synonymous, it just sounds like you're equivocating on value there.
But it's disprovable by going to any fucking auction anywhere in the world.
So you'd have to explain to me how an
auction,
any
marketplace.
You'd have to explain to me how an auction disproves labor theory of value, because I'm not seeing that. Just to say
this is just fucking nonsense. It's nonsense.
Well, again, saying it's nonsense isn't an
rubbish.
argument.
It just comes down to
saying
how much
it's rubbish is not an argument.
Just be quiet a second, okay? It doesn't matter. Just be quiet a second. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter how much time went into making the bread, okay? All that matters is how much I'm prepared to pay for the bread today, and how much
you're talking about market prices there, but that's not what the theory
is value, for fuck's sake. That is
value.
That
just sounds like you're equivocating on value.
I'm not equivocating, for fuck's sake.
Okay,
I'm not equivocating on value.
So then
value is subjective. Value is subjective.
And is that what Marx means by value? When
I don't give a fuck what Marx.
So then you're just using the term.
So
you're just using the term value to mean something different from what Marx means.
I don't give a shit what Marx thinks about that. This is how value works in the real world.
Again, when you say this is how value works in the real world.
Go on eBay right now, and you can see.
Again, when you say,
I mean, how much people want something. How much people want something as an expression of their value,
right? That determines the market price, right? Now, how many times have we gone over the fact that the labor theory of value is not a theory of market price?
So what does it explain? What does it explain?
It explains equilibrium prices. Do you deny that there are such things?
In the real world, they are very seldom reached, if ever.
What difference does that make?
Because we are talking about the real world. A description of reality.
Equilibrium prices are part of reality, right? They're just not observed.
All right.
Right? The gluons are part of reality, presumably. So are quarks, right? So are electrons, right? Presumably we don't observe those things directly. We postulate them. So the idea of value is exactly like that. We posit value in order to explain other things. That is, to explain the laws of motion of the capitalist economy as a whole.
The laws of motion of the capitalist economy as a whole is that people want stuff and they try to buy it. Products come and go and people want them. Think of the yo-yo in the schoolyard.
Well, that's not contradicting the labor theory of value. Labor theory of value isn't saying that isn't true, right? So adducing that as some kind of evidence that the labor theory of value is false or mistaken, right, is just not to the point at all. You need to show. Let me try to explain to you, right? Let me try to explain to you how you can criticize a scientific theory. There's only a few options available to you, right? You can show that there's a contradiction in the theory, right?
No, I'm not having this debate on your terms. I'm not having this debate on your terms.
Well, wait a minute. So do we disagree? Do we disagree about what makes a scientific theory a good theory?
I'm saying that this definition of value that you've been going through isn't correct, and it's falsifiable just by looking at the real world and how prices work.
Well, you haven't yet shown.
There is no difference between the value and the market price. The price is a reflection of my value.
When you say there's no difference between a value and the market price, are you using value to mean the same thing that the labor theory of value means by value, or you mean something different?
I don't care, because
if you don't care, how is that supposed to be taken seriously as a criticism of the theory when you aren't even addressing what the theory claims? And I was offering you a list of criteria by which you could attempt to do that. You haven't done any of those things. Now, if you'd like to do one of those things and you're successful in your argument, you'll have shown that there's a problem with the theory or that the theory is false. I invite you to do that.
Let's move on to my second point, okay?
For the life of me, I haven't seen you provide even a scintilla of support.
Because I don't even understand.
You did not even know what the theory is, and you said the theory was nonsense. When people say that a theory is nonsense and they don't know anything about the theory, Jack, that's just intellectual dishonesty.
No, it's not, because I have read.
So you do know what the theory is.
I have read all 3 fucking volumes of Capital.
No, you haven't. Why are you lying?
I have. I've written books on.
So tell me.
Okay.
Tell me, if you've read all 3 volumes of Capital, right? Tell me what CV and S stand for.
Jack.
Tell me what CV and S stand for if you've read all 3 volumes of Capital. What do those initials mean in the labor theory of value?
Jack, please.
You're a liar. Now, why would you lie?
Jack, I want you.
You don't even know. You've never read the fucking book.
I have read the book. Okay.
What does CV and S mean?
What does
CV and S mean?
I can't bloody remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, you can't remember. So you don't fucking know what the theory is.
But
okay? The point is, if you're going to say the theory is false, you have to provide an argument that the theory is false.
You have to
provide.
Okay?
What is the argument?